Welcome back to the garden, everyone. My name is Kate with Kate Can Do That. I have some garden chores to do today. It has been a while since I've been out in the garden. I just haven't been able to get out here, and then every day that I have had, it's been raining. So whatever excuses I can make, either way, we're gonna fix it today. So what we have to do, this tree right here is way grown over. So I'm gonna have to chop it down. Hopefully I can use some power tools to do that. If not, I just gotta whack it. And okay, we have more of these to take down. And then I wanna kind of start to set up my drip irrigation and check and see if that works, and maybe clear out some other areas for some general gardening. But primarily we're gonna work on the trees today. I feel like I'm just gonna only get to that one. And maybe we'll go ahead and do something with this one here. So that's it. Let's get to it. Okay, so inside this bush is where all the birds love to hang out. There are nests on nests on nests. This tree is always chirping, so I feel really guilty that I have to cut this down, but it is way overgrown and we need to get that bush under it some air. So let's see what we can do. Okay, I've never used a chainsaw before, so I'm gonna practice first so that I can figure out how to use it just to be safe. Okay, here we go. So once I got it working, aka plugged in, I realized it wasn't that hard. So I just went over here and kind of started sculpting as best I could and feeling out the tool of what it could do. Probably doing it absolutely wrong and definitely messed up my chainsaw. But we're getting there. I was getting a little panicky about how much I was taking off. I didn't want to do too much and murder it. So yeah, I was panicking. It was really scaring me, but yeah, we move on. Look at nature in the wild over here. See a little butterfly. Okay, so all in here is a bunch of branches and twigs and leaves that the birds have pulled in. So what I want to do is pull out anything I see that's dead so I can really get a handle on what the main stems are and try to work from there and see what else needs taken off. It's really freaking me out that all of the green is gone. I am just really trying to trust the process on this and make a healthier bush. Pretty sure this is where it went wrong with my chainsaw. I'm sure I was doing it wrong before, but I'm absolutely certain after this. Whatever I'm doing here, don't do this. This is not good for your tool, and it will ruin it because it did ruin mine. So I switched over to a handsaw that is way too large for this job, but it's what I had, so we made it work. I wanted to cut off any dead branches and any skinnier branches. I wanted more like the thicker ones to see what grows off of that from cutting it this way. All right, this is a very tedious process. I did try to use this again, but I was noticing it was smelling a little bit, so I don't know. I'm a little suspicious about continuing using it, but it's working, so I'm gonna keep yanking twigs and trudging along here. All right, just doing some final touches on the last little bit of this. I thought I killed it. I truly did. I saw all of this growth and life, and I really wanted to propagate some of it just in case I did kill that plant. But I mean, look at it. It looks desperate. It looks like I have murdered the poor thing. But this is 2 weeks later, right now. Yes. See? Okay, trust the process. I was panicking for a very long time. And then I started to see the green coming up and I was so pleased. Thank goodness. I love this tree. I love that it brings all the birdies here and has them singing in my backyard and eating all the grubs away from my garden. Yes, speaking of garden, let's head over there and get started on that. Again, this is 2 weeks later. My equipment did not work anymore. The irrigation system was broken. So I'm going to yank all that up, clear out all these string, and then get to planting. I just wanted to prepare the soil a little bit before I added more soil on top of that. I knew I didn't have enough soil to begin with, so I'm just doing a little bit of a layer right now. I had been saving all of these eggs over the past few months. I'm just going to mush those down into the soil to kind of enrich it just a little bit. That soil has not been, nothing added to it in several months. So I just wanted to kind of add a little bit to it as best I could and then top it off with the soil that I had. And then run to the store, get my veggies and my plants that I want in here and a little bit more soil. Okay, it's literally about to rain. It's like already sprinkling, but I got my veggies and I need to put them in the ground. So let me add a little bit more soil. We're gonna try to do this before it starts downpouring. If you haven't seen this method before, it's super easy. You just dig a hole big enough for the entire thing, plop it in there with the plastic, pack it in, take out the little plastic, and plug in your plant. And that's how it's done. All right, we did it. We beat the rain, kind of. It's sprinkling a little bit. We have cucumbers over here. We have bell peppers and jalapeno and shishito and my favorite habanero and a little cherry tomato shrub over here. So, best of luck to these babies. I will give you guys an update soon. Over here in this tiny little bed, I'm going to replant the cosmos and maybe a few other California flowers, and hopefully those will pop up too. Okay, we are about a month later. Look how yellow and beautiful she is. I have not trimmed that one yet. Here is the tree that we cut down. Look at this. Isn't that insane how much growth? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I will be back as soon as I can with other videos for you, including a garden update and maybe some thrifting videos. I don't know. We'll see. See you next time. Thank you.